So we met at a bar yesterday. You came to my show and I thought you were very funny, and that's why I invited you here to stay at our place in Szeged. Who are you? What's your name?
David,
David. And where are you from?
Slovakia,
Slovakia. And how old are you?
26, I guess. Yeah, still 26.
26. Well, that's not so old. I assumed you were quite older, because what you've done is very brave. You've been biking around most of Europe? Well, a few countries.
Yeah, only few countries, only Balkan.
Only
actually.
Balkan.
Yeah.
Well, Hungary is not Balkan.
Yeah. Plus Hungary and finishing in Slovakia.
Okay, back home.
Yeah.
And what's your motivation about all of this biking around? Because it's, to me, when you said you were just biking around, it sounded crazy, if I have to be honest. What was the motivation? Why did you want to do this at first? So how did it start? You lived in Bulgaria?
Yes. I was living there for a year and a half, and I felt like I got bored with my job. First of all, then tried the second, and also felt like it was not for me. So, and I really love like bike. Let's just say that it's not something that I decided right now to do, like some trip like that without any experience before. I'm biking pretty often. I use it as a transportation. I used to deliver food with bicycle, and I did 2 similar trips in like all Bulgaria and all Slovakia. And my motivation was just like since those jobs which I quitted, I started to play guitar. I came back to writing poetry as I used to do when I was younger, and I want to connect to this way of living with a little more. And I would like to do life coaching as a job. So I just felt like meanwhile to get somehow like completely restart for my life so I can rebuild it.
Yeah.
That I want right now. This time for myself, out of any duties, out of just like, and discipline part of it is also super nice. The fact that you need to wake up every day soon, that you need to bike what you planned, no matter if rain or this.
Sure.
Yeah.
And which countries have you been through? Let's take you on this journey. Where did you start? You started in Bulgaria and then you headed to...
Then I headed to Serbia.
Yeah, and how was that? How was it biking in Serbia?
Pretty nice. Like
outside of the union.
If you ask me only one question
about
bike experience,
yeah,
I would probably speak about dogs in there.
Dogs?
Because it
Wild
was just
dogs.
so hard.
Yeah.
There was one dog which was... We are talking to the guys who came. They were from England, also traveling around the world. And one dog approached me. Firstly, he was like seems like he wants to cuddle. And then he started to beat my shoe, but very like aggressively, trying to eat it. And I screamed at him, like it was like I got a little scared, and it was also uncomfortable. Then he stepped back, and he came back once again, and he started to try to bite my legs and see how I react. You don't know what to expect from those dogs. You are just biking, all of a sudden from the wood, like 4 of them starts running after you. It's really funny.
That's crazy. So, which was there any towns or cities in Serbia you were very fond of? You liked a lot?
I didn't cross any super big cities.
No.
So. Vršac was probably the most beautiful that I've been, like, which left biggest impression on me, because I went to put up my tent.
Yeah. Hello. How are you getting? Yeah, in. Köszönöm. You also learned some Hungarian now? You can say thanks and...
I could do that for a long time already.
Yeah. And by the way, we are at Saint Cafe. Have you been here before?
No.
This cafe?
No.
Anyway, so biking in Serbia was good, bad? Compared to other places?
Perfect. Biking anywhere is perfect. And like...
really?
Whatever challenge there is on the way, it's like... that's what it is, like if you travel and you expect the journey to be like smooth and all of that, it's not even worth it. Like things happen. And I cannot even speak about stuff like that because there are people who are biking Africa or like way more dangerous countries, which I'm planning to do in South America.
Yeah.
Which should be definitely way different level of some kind of.
I think it's totally different.
Danger and adventurous part into it.
Are you planning to bring the same bike?
No, definitely not.
Okay. And so if someone out there watches this or listens to this and they also want to bike Europe, what should they do? Like, is there anything you would have done differently from what you've done now? Is there any tips you want to give?
Since I had experience, not. Like right now on this trip, only I know that I want to change the seat.
The seat?
Yes. Mine is not so good. If someone is definitely into biking and is wondering about the seats, there is one really good English brand called Brooks seats. So that's really nice. It's kind of made in the way that structure is only on the beginning and in the back, and the part in the middle is just like it adapts to your body. So that's something really nice. What I'm planning to buy. But in general, experiences what I have so far, it's like definitely make sure that you are accustomed to your bike, that you really feel kind of like one with it, that you already tried it for long enough, not like buying a bike, biking it 3 times and then going. It should work, it should be fine, but for the comfort and for feeling good on the road, it's nice to use some bike which you know what you can expect from it. And then like if you're going to do wild camping as I do, make sure.
I was just gonna ask about that. How is that, just biking around and then just putting a tent up everywhere you're going? Is it a bit like nerve-wracking sometimes? Sometimes yes, but have there been some episodes where you thought, oh, okay, something bad is gonna happen now?
Not like it's gonna happen, but I had moments when probably one dog was even like walking around my tent and trying to smell it a little bit and playing with my bike, and it just doesn't feel so nice because you don't even know if it's dog or if it's wolf or what it is. So
bear.
Bear I would know probably. I believe it's.
Yeah, because that's also the thing. You have to have courage to do that. Just most people would find an Airbnb, but you said you're living on a 15 euro budget or something a daily?
Yes. Trying to be less.
That is very sharp.
Something about 12. It got to somehow like 12 or 13.
So I mean, if you calculate that together, your cost of living is really not anything.
Yeah, and that's just so amazing about it. Like you can travel around the world, meet so many people, see so many places, and it just costs not so much. If you love biking, if you love the part of it that you get fit, you get more discipline. This is just amazing.
And okay, that's quite interesting. Let's have a cheers on that in coffee. And you say na zdravie in Slovak?
Na zdravie.
You also said something that you don't really use social media. You totally stopped everything.
I used it twice to let my family know where I am.
And your life.
Yeah. And actually yesterday I made one post because after my 10th day I biked 150 kilometers, which I was super surprised from, like a super good performance.
Yeah.
And I felt thankful, like when I was biking it was nice sunset and everything, so I made a post where I was just saying for how many things in life I have appreciation, so
it's
I wanted to share that moment.
This biking thing is also like a social detox kind of thing, where you just totally disconnect from everything and you're just experiencing like the world again in a way. Sounds
even
very, very interesting.
Even you disconnect even from friends, like I have friends which
and
are
bad
like my
habits,
friends
maybe.
for life. Bad habits most of all, like this is what people usually speak about, that you disconnect from people and things which are unhealthy for you. But it's also good to somehow, when you disconnect from everything for a while, you can see then things in different perception. You can get out of metrics, out of day-to-day routine, and that's beautiful.
Sure. It's quite interesting, and you're like cutting off bad habits, I guess, if people are growing into that. So when you left Bulgaria, that was after 1.5 years you lived there.
Hmm.
And what about all your belongings?
This is not a problem. I went with the plane like 3 days before, and I took everything home. Then I came back and I.
Ah, okay. So you have seen your family.
Yes.
Just okay.
Yes.
Ah, I thought maybe it was the first time in 1.5 years, and then
No.
it would be great. So now you're getting back to Slovakia in a couple of days, weeks.
Days. This is already like.
How far from Szeged is it?
Still should be about 600 kilometers, but Hungary is flat, so won't be that long journey.
Well, it's flat down here, south in Hungary, but in Budapest there it's going to be a bit more hilly.
Little.
Yeah, compared to
Yeah,
Slovakia, of course.
The Slovakia or to Bulgaria.
Yeah. And what are you going to do when you get back? You said something about you were going on another adventure.
Yeah, so I'm going to Milan for the concert of the Lumineers,
Yeah.
my very favorite band. Then I would like to hitchhike back because I want to experience hitchhiking. That's something I
Wow.
haven't done yet.
Well, if it turns out as good as this thing you did here last
Yes.
night, it's going to be good.
Yeah, exactly. And afterwards, I want to hike my country from eastern part to the western part, which
Oh.
should be like 770 kilometers.
Hiking.
This is the only thing which I am like. That's something I'm most concerned about because I have weak knees. I love hiking.
Oh, yeah.
I do it often, but don't know how it will be with such a long journey.
No.
So let's see. That's why I'm giving myself some extra time. People usually do it in like 25 days. I'm giving myself like about 35.
Yeah, okay, so I think it's good to just have a few more days extra to rest.
Yeah.
And that's going to be like 35 days hiking alone.
Am I alone right now? You know,
No. But in the mountains, I couldn't imagine.
No. There will be people. Definitely, there will be days or hours without contact with people. But I am planning. Actually, sounds funny, but I hope I will meet because I will be in my country. So I hope that I will find new friends in there who also love
Hiking.
hiking and. Yeah.
But it's sad that now you don't have Instagram or anything, so people here can't follow you on your journey. It's sad.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe it's also the good thing you're a bit mysterious now. So people were like, they have to hike themselves to
Yeah.
meet you, maybe. Yeah, it's quite interesting. So it's your first time in Szeged, right?
Yeah.
This time. How was your first impression? What do you think?
Great. Because in Serbia, I was most of all like the contrast which I experienced. That in Serbia, I was biking only through smaller towns, and I just crossed the border, and this town is just magnificent, like really beautiful, like big enough that it gives you impression of that history just
Yeah.
moves into you, but still not like some metropolitan town which would be super overcrowded. So I love
No.
I love it in here. River is beautiful,
Yeah.
really nice.
Is that your first time interacting with the Tisa River? Have you seen it other places?
No, first time.
First
Yes.
time.
Mhm.
You should swim in it too. Then
Yeah,
there are some spots where you can swim.
exactly.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, we have a lot of people from all around the world here in Szeged. I think you can find nearly all nationalities in Szeged, and there's quite a big also a Czechoslovakian community here.
Hmm.
So if you had more time, you could meet all of those people.
Yeah.
But you're already leaving today after one day.
Mhm.
It's too short.
Yeah. I have this plan with the Italy, so I need to go.
Yeah, you have to get back in when? When is the latest?
22nd, 23rd, I have a plane from Vienna.
Oh, from
I
Vienna.
believe 22nd night time I need to be there. But plan is that I will make it on 20th.
7 days, a week from now.
Yeah.
Quite interesting. But again, so you came to my show. What did you think about that? You have to be honest. You don't have to lie.
What do I think about show?
My
Did I
show
came here?
yesterday.
Ah, to your show.
Yeah.
I was thinking that you were speaking about podcast.
Oh no.
It was fantastic. You really called me with the music. You are super nice musician. Like very talented, good singer, playing guitar very nicely.
And you didn't know there was a concert.
No, I was walking around city, like wanted to rest somewhere in somehow way like this with some live music or anything. And when I approached your concert, it just felt great. You know, that's what I can just say. It just felt good,
And
it
then
got me.
we invited you in. Well, and you didn't have to sleep on the floor or in a tent or anything. So it was great. Yeah. Anything you want to say to inspire people to just cut off from everything and like just go out hiking or biking around the world? If you think about it, is there anything that, like, what is the biggest plus of all of this? Is that it's cheap, or is it that you become a new person? What do you think? If you could name one thing only.
No, I cannot name only one.
Okay,
The-
name a few.
As I said, having a routine is wonderful. You can give yourself a lot of discipline by that. You can see many places. But one thing which is why many people consider biking being one of the best ways of traveling and meeting with locals. It's because when someone sees you with a back bike, it's kind of like your passport contact with people, because nothing is so kind of like nothing hits your eyes like that.
No.
If you are just with the backpack, you can be just hiking for 2 days. But this is in the moment when people see the back bicycle, they know that you are doing some distances and they are curious. They invite you. So this is beautiful plus about that.
So it's the people.
Yeah, at least for me, there are people doing traveling for many reasons. Someone definitely don't want to almost be in contact with people, like but I love stories. I love to talk to locals, and that's very nice, very important for me.
Yeah, I fell for it when you told me just quickly about your story. It was very inspiring. I think most people want to like totally get out of the social media routine and the hamster wheel, but it seems scary, and I think you need like some motivation of some kind. And I think like just cutting off from everything and just either walking or maybe biking around Europe could be the right thing to do, I think. I like now we met each other. We would never have met each other if you didn't bike. Like if you didn't say, hey, if you just would come to my show and you didn't like, it was just amazing. It's an amazing story, and it's like I think it's the perfect icebreaker to start a conversation.
Yes, it is nice icebreaker, exactly.
Yeah, and when you said, I biked through these countries, like, whoa, really?
Exactly. That's the element of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this shock factor, and it's kind of respectful also. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting where you are in like 5 years. Are you still gonna be biking around, or will you settle down? Then you'll be around 30, something. You don't know.
Who knows? I love family, the imagination of myself having a family. But family will definitely, I will be happy if my wife will be also traveler, so we can do it with kids like every summer.
And you
to
can
pack
bike
ourselves and go somewhere. Yeah.
And you can bike down here to Hungary and visit us. That would be amazing. Yeah, the biking family, maybe.
Who knows if I will stick with bicycle? But yeah, bicycle is probably the way.
It's
I
the
want
best.
I want caravan for the future, but for different kinds of trips. So you can really go somewhere to distance, even if you don't have so much time.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And you can travel with kids, for example, when they are young.
That's the thing with biking. It takes time and energy also, because you have to recharge, and you're not a machine.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, this was quite interesting, and I thought we just wanted to share your whole story. It was quite amazing. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you as well.
And thanks for listening and watching.
Thank you very much, guys.